2. 1, 2, 3. Hey everyone, welcome back to Music with Ryan. Thank you for joining me. This week's featured lesson, I've got another set of licks in the key of D. I have a first go round at my site as well, but this is the second set, and I also have licks for the key of C and G as well. But again, for this week, we're going to do licks in the key of D number 2, and I've got 10 licks in store for you. A lot of them have that kind of mean bluegrass sound. Combining major and minor pentatonic notes in there. We'll also get up the neck a little bit and work our way down, which is kind of cool. And then I also have just a few of them that are kind of more in the fiddle tune realm, more of a major sounding lick. That style of lick you might hear in, like, again, a lot of fiddle tunes in the key of D. So anyway, we're gonna walk through all these licks measure for measure. If you'd like to purchase the full length version, as this is just a preview here, you click the link down there below and it will shoot you onto my site, and there you can do so. It's gonna come with about 30 minutes of video, PDF tabs, and 3 audio backing tracks. And again, for those audio backing tracks, I'm just gonna play a D chord just for an extended period of time. So there's no chord changes, it's just all D. If you have other practice tracks in the key of D, you can certainly use those, which I know a lot of you do out there. You can use those to practice these licks against as well, all right? Now, if you really enjoy the way I teach and approach learning, you're serious about learning bluegrass guitar, check out being a premier member at my site. You can access this lesson on over 350 for a yearly or monthly fee. There should be another link down there below. The memberships, learn about it, and access all my courses, my video exchange program, and again, all my lessons for that yearly or monthly fee. So give it a look. For now, we're going to start walking through the first few licks here in the key of D, 10 licks in the key of D, number 2. Let's go for it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy. All right, so let's go ahead and start walking through 10 licks in the key of D. Version number 2, again, I have a whole other set of 10 licks in the key of D, like number 1 at the site. So this is the second set of licks in the key of D. Remember, any markings on the bottom of the staff are pick directions, okay? Staples are down and the V's are up. And pay very close attention to those, as it's important for executing the arrangement and or the lick and getting the right feel. So I'm a big advocate of getting the pick direction correct. This first one's just a measure long. Some of these will be a couple measures at a time, but yeah, so we're going to start a little easier. And here's what it sounds like. 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that second note, or that second measure, that open D string, is just a whole note, okay? So all by itself. And if you can just play it all by yourself. If you want to kind of keep the beat going and kind of have a metronome, which you should do when you practice, but if you want to play rhythm kind of in between these licks, then I would just do an alternate bass strumming on the D chord. So you can hold that open, you can strum that D as long as you want, and whenever you're ready, then hop the lick. Okay, so that's a little bit more how to actually practice these a little bit. So let's break that lick down. Starts on the A string, open, then 3rd fret, and then open D, and then 3rd fret D, slide down to 2, and then open D on an upstroke, and then 2-0 pull on the A, and then it lands on an open D. Many of these are gonna start and end on a D note. This one doesn't start on a D note, but almost all of them will end on it, and many of them, a lot of them, half of them will start on a D note. So anyway, 2, ready, go. Now remember, hammer-ons or pull-offs take the place of a pick direction, and it usually causes for double ups or double downs, and or slides. We have a slide in this case. If this is certainly an intermediate to advanced lesson, if some of these hammer-ons and pull-offs give you a lot of trouble with your timing, just take them out and put the appropriate pick direction in there. Okay, down picks on down beats, up picks on up beats. So instead of these slides and pull-offs here, I can just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, I just put all the correct pick directions into place. And it sounds totally cool, and it works. And we're going to do some where we just pick all the notes or most of the notes. But, you know, of course, adding some of the hammer-ons and the pull-offs and slides give it a little attitude, a little sauce. All right. Down picks on down beats, up picks on up beats. Okay, a couple times. 2, 3, 4, and again, go. Again, go. All right. And use my third finger there on the A string, and then right here on the D string, I'm going to use my second finger because I'm going to slide back. I wouldn't use my third finger there. I don't want to slide down to the second fret with my third finger. I'd rather do it with my second finger. Okay, there's not too many fingerings issues in this, but okay. Let's go on to lick number 2 now. So lick number 2, as you see, doesn't start on a downbeat. A lot of my licks, I kind of make them so that you can start and end on downbeats, which is nice. But I wanted to get a couple in there that were a little bit syncopated, and I have 2, I believe. And this one starts on the and of beat 3. So what you see there is 2 quarter note rests and then an 8th note rest. Okay, that's what those symbols are. Measure 5, lick number 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And of course, I was strumming. After the first time, I was strumming those beats until I played the lick. But if you know, starting it out, those are just rests. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we started out syncopated, and we start out on an upstroke. So let's break it down. So we got a starts on the A string again, open A, and we hammer on the 3rd fret. So upstroke, hammer on 3rd fret, open D on an upstroke, and then next measure, 3/4 slide on the D, open D, open A, hammer 3rd fret, open D, 3/4 slide on the D, and then landing, of course, on an open D again. And again, that's a whole note, that last note with a circle around it, 4 counts, whole note. So let's do it together a few times. 1, 2, 3. Again, if the hammer-ons, pull-offs trip you up, take them out, put in all the pick directions. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. and it's still gonna sound cool and good, because you want to get your timing right. You want to get that. You want to have a good understanding of the pick direction and where the downbeats are, and yes, it'll make a big difference. So let's do that a couple times together with the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. A little quicker. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It sounds pretty nice up the speed like that. And then I slow it back down. 2, 3. Cool. So there's lick number 2. All right, so moving on to lick number 3 here. Measure 9, lick 3. It starts on the and of beat 1. So again, we got some syncopation. We're gonna start on the low E on an upstroke. Okay, on the and of beat 1. That first marking is a 8th note rest. Okay, so here's what it sounds like. So 3, 4, 1. Kind of twisty and turny. 1. All right, some cool things there. Let's dive into that.